Hey, thank you for taking the time to click on today's video. Today we want to talk about something that's super practical, something that as we age and we get older, it seems to make common sense to so many investors, so many retirees. But the reality is that sometimes we want to know a little bit more of the why. Why is it that consolidation is a good thing? Why is it that consolidating and bringing things under one roof, or at least under fewer roofs, seems to work for so many people? Today, as a fiduciary, I want to be able to share a few insights and ideas with you that maybe will help motivate you to be able to take some action now towards getting you from where you are to where you want to be or where you think you should be as far as your financial investments, your retirement accounts, and so on and so forth. So let's start with some of the real practical reasons why I see that consolidating retirement accounts together seems to make sense. The first one is a big one. It is administration. And this is not administration for the companies, rather this is administration for you. It is administration for your spouse. For many do-it-yourself or investors, they're in a position where they've been doing a lot of their own management for many, many years. But as they age, as they get older, they realize that, gosh, it seems to be taking more effort. It seems to be taking more time. I don't have the patience that I used to have to be able to do this. And it's just something that it's starting to get away from me. Well, the reality is that you want to understand after you've passed, if you're that primary investor, you're that do-it-yourselfer, and you leave a surviving spouse behind, that's going to be quite challenging for them to pick up the reins and continue to take over all of those various different accounts you may or may not have even shared with them. So administration is one of the number one reasons that I see people begin to consolidate as they age and get older. Number two is going to be fee reduction. You know, oftentimes we can have many different custodians, many different types of accounts, many different types of investments. But the reality is that so many people are not paying attention to fees. What I have found is that there is greater fee efficiency when a person is able to consolidate accounts. I'll give you an example. I had one lady in particular, and this is just life insurance, so this is something that may or may not even apply to you, but this lady had collected over 7 or 8 different life insurance policies, and at this stage of her life, she was in a position where, you know, it was really becoming kind of taxing for her, and I shared with her that every single one of those life insurance policies was having a policy fee that was charging her. In this case, if she could consolidate those life insurance policies together, she was healthy. Not only could she potentially get a bigger death benefit, but she could have one policy and one policy fee and potentially a better cost per thousand of insurance. Same thing is true with different IRA custodians, 401ks, 403bs, post-tax accounts, and Roth accounts. We want to be cognizant of what those fees are and make certain that we're reducing the fees as much as possible. Number three, and this is a huge one, is superior focus. What do I mean by that? Well, so many times people are investing money just simply to be investing money, hoping something sticks when they throw it against the wall, hoping that it does okay, it goes up. Well, the reality is that we need to be more purposefully focused on our money, making certain that our money is doing for us an explicit jobs. It has some purpose, whether that is growth, whether that is income. That is something that is extremely important to you. And as you have money that is here and there and over here, it is losing focus. It could be going in different directions. And the worst case of all is when some of those accounts are actually in contradiction to one another. As a person begins to simplify and bring money together and begin to focus this money on one task or on another, that's when we get to see that really superior focus that needs to be put upon our money and have our money working for us. Number four is going to be legacy efficiency. And we all kind of know what this means. What this means is that after you've passed, keep in mind that all the various different accounts that you've collected over your life, those are going to be accounts that your children are going to have to be dealing with. And we want to make certain, is our beneficiary designations correct? Do our children understand where our money is, what that money is in, and how it's going to convey to them? These are all things that we want to help ourselves with while we're alive, but also help our children with. I have seen more than my fair share of a disaster in 25 years of being a fiduciary with really messy account transfers when it comes to a death of a parent. And so the reality is that consolidating into fewer accounts is always a good idea for the benefit of your children. Now, what can I do? What can I consolidate? What can I not? Well, the reality is that like to like is always a good idea. If I have pre-tax accounts, that could be an IRA, that could be a simple IRA, it could be a SEP IRA, it could be a 401k, it could be a 403b. All of those accounts are pre-tax, and we can roll them into one pre-tax IRA, and they will work just fine. No taxes for transferring, and it consolidates it. Tax-free to tax-free, we're discussing Roth. And when we have Roth money, we want to bring that Roth money together. It makes it easier for us to manage, makes it easier to collect income if that's what we're investing that Roth money for, which who doesn't like tax-free income? And it is going to be easier for the children because remember, in the same way that we have a 10-year rule for pre-tax money, we also have a 10-year rule with tax-free Roth money as well. And then last but not least is post-tax money. Post-tax money is the money that's in the bank, money that's in CDs, money could be in a brokerage account that's post-tax, money could be in an annuity that's post-tax. The reality is that we have to be somewhat cognizant of taxes on this one, because if I have two different, say, post-tax brokerage accounts, I can consolidate them together, and they're not going to have any taxable consequences to me. However, when you have post-tax annuities, those can have some taxable consequences, so we want to be very careful and aware of what those consequences may be. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I hope it's kind of maybe answered a few questions and motivated you to take some greater measures to become more efficient in your investing and your overall retirement plan. I also encourage you, share this with your friend. Comment down below if you've had experiences with consolidating these, you've had problems. Comments are always helpful. Give us a big thumbs up if you like this video. And make certain if you want to get these videos each week, hit that subscribe button and that little bell down below, and we will notify you each and every time we have a video. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Matthew Johnson, and remember, it's up to you to make today a great day.